welcome to Half the Battle. For these off weeks, we've been doing Q&As. Now, those will come back occasionally, but for the moment, I'm gonna take a different route. In this series of videos, we're gonna see if other franchises would do well with G.I. Joe. These are gonna be short videos, like the Q&A ones, to give me some time off. And for our first subject, let's ask the question, would the A-Team fit in with the G.I. Joe universe? In a word, yes! Yeah, I gave myself a slow fat pitch to get an easy hit to start things off. The A-Team, well, they're pretty much a perfect fit for the G.I. Joe mythos. They're an elite military unit, like the G.I. Joe team, and they all have their own special skills, again, like the G.I. Joe team. Hell, most of them have carbon copies on the Joe team. B.A. has Roadblock, Hannibal has Hawk, Face has Chuckles, and Murdoch... Okay, Murdoch doesn't really have an equivalent on account of being insane. I mean, I guess Wild Bill would fit a little. You could have slid them right into the cartoon or comic with a miniseries. Have them be accused of a crime, then they escape, and the Joe team is sent after them, only when they finally meet, the Joes figure out they're not the bad guys, and it was a Cobra plot all along. That's your introduction story arc right there. From then on, they could covertly help the G.I. Joe team. Now, obviously, the A-Team would be best suited for the cartoon series, considering they also never managed to hit anybody when shooting. And wouldn't toys in scale with G.I. Joe be just awesome? Well, good news, sorta. They did exist! In 1984, toy company Galoob produced a line of A-Team toys in G.I. Joe size. Too bad, the figures sucked. They have the same construction as the first G.I. Joe figures from 1982, so their elbows don't swivel. And while the heads do resemble the A-Team somewhat accurately, the bodies do not. Take Murdoch. He has an orange outfit. Remember all those times on the show when Howlin' Mad Murdoch wore orange coveralls? Me neither! The most accurate of the bunch is B.A., when he's in his mechanic's outfit anyway. But there is a crucial part missing. Where's my gold, fool? Fortunately, the vehicles were a whole lot better. They had the iconic van, and nothing can beat that. Also, a sweet Corvette for Face, and a tank thing that looks like something the team would build on the fly in one of the episodes. It also bears a striking resemblance to a later G.I. Joe toy, the Persuader. So in the 80s, kids got to have the A-Team. Well, a crappy version of them anyway joined the Joes. As for today, well, there were toys made for the movie reboot of the A-Team, so there's that. But they weren't really big sellers from what I could tell. As for Hasbro themselves, well, they sure as hell thought it would have been a good idea, since they basically made G.I. Joe as the A-Team with the Renegades toys and cartoon. Stop me if this sounds familiar. An elite team of soldiers, including a big strong black guy, are framed for a crime they didn't commit. They promptly go on the run, being hunted by the military. Yeah, Mr. T ought to sue somebody. In conclusion, G.I. Joe and the A-Team are a perfect fit for each other. They really should inhabit the same universe. Hell, if you want to go 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, they already do. An episode of the A-Team featured Hulk Hogan and the WWF, and the WWF had Sergeant Slaughter in it, who was a G.I. Joe. It's a whole big ball of continuity mess that would even make Doctor Who fans shake their heads. Well, I'll see you next time, everybody. And I apologize for getting a theme song stuck in your head 2 weeks in a row.